What in tarnation?
Hi there folks, this is Applegeek and welcome to my channel for a new reaction. Got a special one here today. This is My Little Pony Equestria Girls, The Legend of Everfree. This is the fourth installment in the Equestria Girls franchise, but it is the first one that I have had the opportunity to do a blind reaction to, since I'd seen all the others before I started doing reactions. So I've been looking forward to this one for quite a while now. And especially since the movie leaked out about a week ago, I've been hearing a lot of positive buzz about it, but I did not watch it from the leaked copy because I heard that there were quality issues with that copy of the movie, and I wanted to wait for the official release so I could watch it and not have any interruptions or scenes cut or any sort of thing like that. So, now that it is officially out, I have the opportunity to watch it off of Netflix. And for those of you who may be new to my channel here, I just would like to say that this is reaction channel, so I am watching this for the first time, and I will be commenting on it, talking over the movie at certain parts. I do my best to minimize, how much I'm talking over the actual dialogue and such, but I will be commenting on it. So if you would rather just watch the movie by itself, this is not where you need to be. I would encourage you to go watch it on Netflix, where it is currently airing. If you do not have a Netflix subscription, they've got a free trial feature, so you can sign up and watch the movie and cancel before you have to pay, if you really want to do that. Otherwise, the movie will also be airing at some point on Discovery Family Channel, and it will be out on DVD and Blu-ray as of November 1st, so that is an option as well. I actually pre-ordered the Blu-ray 2 months ago, so I'm looking forward to getting that as well. But I did not want to wait until I actually get that. I wanted to watch it now, so Netflix it is. So anyway, the only expectation, or the only hope I have going into this, there's a lot of things that I'd like to see happen yet in the Equestria Girls universe. The one thing I'm really hoping for is that they don't just leave us hanging with what happened between the two Twilights at the end of the last movie, Friendship Games. I really hope they go back, and even if it's a flashback or something, I really want them to address that scene and allow us to see the two Twilights interacting, because that would be a lot of fun, I think. But we'll just have to see if they do that or not. So, but if nothing else, just from what I saw back watching the SDCC trailer for this movie, which is the only preview I've seen for this movie, looks like it's going to be a pretty fun one, regardless. So, without further ado, let's get the show on the road. Equestria Girls, Legend of Everfree, starting now. Twilight. Sightway.
No, it can't be. It isn't true.
Nightmares?
Twilight! The bus for Camp Everfree leaves in 10 minutes! No.
10 minutes?
I can't believe I overslept!
Uh-oh.
Me neither. That's not like you.
Gonna have to pack quick.
Super annoying alarm clock that goes
It's gonna be fine. We'll help you pack.
Oh man, why was she not already packed?
We're gonna be out
Really?
in the woods. When's she gonna need that?
If
Yes,
we were going
exactly.
to the moon, I'd insist she packed an evening gown. One never knows, darling.
Let me just
Rarity.
get changed.
I like those camp shirts. Oh!
Midnight Sparkle!
Wait, what? They see?
Impossible. Sunset Shimmer helped me defeat you at the first
She's still
game.
dreaming, isn't she?
You and your friends can never truly
She's gotta be
defeat
dreaming.
me.
Yeah, this is a dream.
Midnight Sparkle's a part of you. I'll always be there.
This is
waiting
kinda
in the
creepy.
darkest shadows of your mind.
I'll be back, Twilight.
And this time, I won't stop until I have all the magic. Twilight, wake
Oh.
up.
We can't stop, silly. We're not there yet.
Hey, are you
Wow.
okay?
Okay, we got Lyra and Bonbon in this.
I'm fine.
That was
We're gonna have
intense.
so much fun. We're gonna roast marshmallows and eat marshmallows and sleep on marshmallows.
Sure, why
We're
not?
not gonna do that. Maybe you're not.
Attention, students!
Pinky
We're
comes
almost
prepared.
there. But before we arrive, we just wanted to say how proud we are of you for raising enough money to go on this class field trip.
When we were your age, we made some of our favorite memories in these woods, and we're sure you will too.
Who's excited for Camp Everfree?
I am. Well, no reference back to the final scene from Friendship Games yet, but I've heard this is some of Daniel Ingram's best work. I'm loving this already. Alright, that does it. I'm buying the soundtrack as soon as I get done watching this movie. Just say right now, this camp kind of has a little bit of a Gravity Falls feel to it, but let's see how crazy things get. Gloriosa Daisy.
We're part of the legend of
Hepatite sleeping. Spike. And Pinky, of course. It's that little swirly thing. I sense magic in the air.
Isn't Camp Everfree just beautiful?
Hey, Vital.
I can't wait until we have our first nature walk.
I definitely want to go on one of those.
You want to see all the adorable woodland creatures too?
Yeah, specifically squirrels. More specifically, so I can chase them. I'm just looking forward to roughing it. I'm gonna make my own shelter, forage for food.
You know they provide us with food and tents, right?
Applejack would totally do that.
Still gonna forage though.
Yep.
I'm just after some R&R.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Past year has all been a bit too much for my tastes. I'll say we bought.
Actually, I'm surprised you didn't bring more luggage.
Everybody with their singing, one ridiculously competitive rival school, and two demon friends.
There's that. No offense.
You'll get used to it.
Yep. Canterlot High has become a regular magic
Priceless.
place. Gonna be nice getting away to a place
Trixie's
where you don't have
here.
to worry about that
And
kind of
Octavia.
stuff.
Here you go, Twilight.
Hey, Flash.
Flash, right?
Yep, that's me. And you're you. And we don't know each other very well. Cool story, bro.
Right.
Did he just seriously say, cool story, bro?
You know how there's that girl who looks
All
just
right.
like you when she's here, but lives in another dimension, and she's a pony princess?
Yeah, about that.
Flash kind of had a thing for her.
Oh.
Well, at least it's out in the open now.
If you could start heading to the courtyard, that would be rad! It's time to start the best week of camp ever!
I take it that was Gloriosa Daisy.
Hi everyone, welcome to Camp Everfree!
I saw
I'm
both biceps
Gloriosa
there.
Daisy, your camp director. Think of me as your friendly camp and nature guide. And this is my brother.
Oh, one of those.
Think of me as that awesome guy who should always be invited to fun things.
We aim to please, so before we hand out our tent assignments,
Final still
we'd
got the
like
headphones
to hear
on.
from all of you. You're free to do whatever you like here.
Except hike near the rock quarry. That's off limits.
Yes, but otherwise your options are wide open. So what activities will make this the very best week of your lives ever?
Rock climbing.
Done!
Archery.
Of course!
Tetherball.
Naturally! silly.
She the only one to...
Rainbow, I know you're excited, but maybe give somebody else a chance to make a suggestion.
Yeah. Just a
Arts
little
and
bit.
crafts! My mom needs new pot holders.
Balloons.
Cookie decorating.
Ooh, I do make a
you
mean
go.
sugar cookie
Really?
Morning nature walks.
with
Aw.
walking sticks for everyone.
Me? A fashion show where I design the most.
She's customized her camp shirt.
Inspired by today's hottest trends and have them modeled by my classmates in a gorgeous outdoor setting.
A camp tradition.
We have literally never done
I was
this.
gonna say, I
I'll
doubt...
be taking requests the rest of
That's
the time you're
a
here.
tradition.
So if there's anything you'd like to do, anything you need, just ask.
What about the camp
I
gift?
saw
was
that
my
look,
favorite
Twilight.
Camp Everfree tradition.
The camp gift, of course.
Really?
Yes, really?
Well, I just thought.
Then you thought wrong.
That's
Anyone
mine.
else picking up on a little tension between Gloriosa and her brother?
Just a little bit.
Little.
Every year, campers work together to create something useful, a gift for future campers. Working toward this common goal is key to forming the strong bonds that will last well beyond your time here at camp, which is why it's so important. This gazebo was a gift from last year's group. Oh, and the totem pole and the sundial were also made by campers.
The sundial was our year's gift.
I was gonna
Even though
say
some
that...
people thought it was a little impractical since a sundial can't be used at night.
You all seem like a really amazing group. So I'm certain you'll come up with something inspiring
perfect.
to leave behind.
That was absolutely
Speaking
perfect.
of leaving things behind, now's the time when we give out tent assignments, so you can leave your heavy bags behind.
But girls will be getting their assignments from Timber. Guys, you're with me.
Okay.
Yay! I'm in the emerald tent. Ooh, me too.
Aquamarine.
Me too. Yay! I got amethyst.
And, ooh, Fluttershy and Vinyl.
Me too. I mean,
Yes, I know it's
assuming
DJ Palm 3, I don't care.
Technically, sapphires aren't just blue. They can be pink, purple, yellow.
Yeah, but they're mostly blue. That's why they're named after the Latin word spherus.
Oh no.
Means blue.
Oh no.
But did you know that sapphires are just rubies without chromium?
No. But did you know that sapphire tent is the best one?
No. Why is that?
Because you're in it.
Oh, I bet you say that to all the campers.
Not true. You're in the ruby tent? Ha! That's the worst one.
Aww.
I'm just joking, buddy. Ruby tent is great. It's like a sapphire, but with chromium.
Okay.
But the ruby and coral tents do look an awful lot alike to the undiscerning eye. I better show you where it is. See you around.
Spoke Biceps colorblind?
What?
Nothing.
That was
Yeah,
adorable.
there's gonna be a thing between
Okay,
Timber Spruce and
everyone,
Flash
we'll
in
get
this.
Settled in. We'll be meeting at the docks in 15 minutes to go over some camp safety rules. Let me know if you need anything.
She's way too cheery, like fake cheery.
I need something.
What?
Filthy Red!
Phew.
So nice to see you. What
Okay!
Camp is just getting started.
I did not expect that.
Taking in the scenery, Gloriosa Daisy. It's so relaxing.
Well, you can look around when camp is over. Now, if you don't
He feels
mind,
more evil. Feels more evil than the pony
Filthy Rich
version.
is an alumni of the camp. He likes to check on his old stomping grounds every now and again. But enough about him. Find your
Something's
tents
up.
and put away your things. We've got the best week of camp
No idea
ever
what yet.
to begin.
Alright, time to get settled in.
I'm all for learning safety rules, but I do hope I can get started on my designs for the camp fashion show sooner rather than later.
I still can't believe you talked Gloriosa into having a fashion show. We're in the middle of the woods for crying out loud. We're supposed to be roughing it.
All
Clear
already
from
needs
Gloriosa's
is
own
needle and thread.
wardrobe that she appreciates a well put together look, even if we are in the middle of the woods.
Fair enough. Just as long as you don't put me in one of your fancy pants outfits.
What are Fluttershy and Vinyl talking
Good,
about?
Aren't you?
No. Yes,
Final's talking.
It will absolutely speak to your personal sense.
Sunset's getting ready for
That was weird
ghost
back
stories.
there, right? With that guy, Filthy Rich?
Huh? Oh, I guess so.
I just have this feeling that Gloriosa's hiding something. Her brother is pretty cute though, huh?
Yeah.
He's okay. Ooh, now look who's trying to hide something.
No, I'm not.
Hey, you okay? You seemed a little freaked out on the bus earlier.
Probably had another one of her nightmares.
I'm
Shut
fine.
up, Spike.
I mean, what do I have to complain about? Ever since I transferred here, everyone from CHS has been really nice and accepting. Especially considering what happened at the friendship games.
That wasn't your fault. Principal Cinch is the one who encouraged you to try and
Wonder
use
how
all
long
that
it's
magic to win the
been
game's
since then.
crystal prep. You weren't ready to have that kind of power. But it's over now. And if there's any group that's gonna forgive you for something that happened in the past, trust me, it's this one.
You guys come in or what?
Be right there. I just want to put on some sunscreen. Huh, I could have sworn I checked it.
That's ironic somehow. Okay. More Gravity Falls vibe.
You? How is this possible?
I can't believe this. It's
Amazing! Are
Okay.
you kidding? This is great! I mean, we've all ponied up before, gotten the whole ears and wings and tail thing, shot magical rainbow lasers, but nothing like this has ever happened. How did you do it?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's her.
Her
Oh
who?
boy.
Nothing. Never mind. Can we just not talk about it? And could you please not bring this whole levitating thing up to the others?
Why not?
Yeah,
You
good
heard
luck with that.
Applejack. This is supposed to be a place where everyone can get away from magic. I don't want them to know I brought some crazy new kind with me.
If you really don't want me to, I won't say anything.
I really don't.
Okay, but this isn't necessarily a bad thing.
I think you're just gonna have to pick it up.
Aw.
Tried ESP, tried the Force. Yeah, didn't work.
Don't act like that!
What did you say?
I didn't say anything. Just
What
here to
just
make
happened?
Sure everyone was headed over to the docks. Did you need something?
Nope.
Because if there is anything I can do to make this week the best week ever, you just let me know. I've got this.
Thanks. I'm good.
Yes, fake cheery.
People that chipper make me nervous.
Okay.
I guess not all people.
So the magic is already bleeding through in
Like a
Sunset?
diamond
She can
shining
read minds
in the
now?
sun. It is lovely out here. The fresh air, the cool breeze, the birds that land on your finger. I think that
Fluttershy is a
all
Disney
happens
princess.
Lake activities are available every day until sunset. So if you want to canoe, sail, windsurf, or swim, just let me know.
This is the most relaxed camp atmosphere I've ever seen.
Cutest.
Of course.
I know I'm charming, but you don't have to fall for me.
Oh! Oh! What a line! Flash.
Guess I can't get too jealous, right? After all, she isn't my Twilight. Not that the other Twilight was mine, but we were, you know.
Yeah, I get it. But your Twilight is a princess in Equestria. Hate to break it to you, but that's where she's gonna spend most of her time.
Yeah.
So you're saying I just need to get over her?
Kinda, yeah.
Ouch.
Ouch.
You're not pulling any punches.
Not really my style. Sorry.
This is a safety hazard.
Wow,
I
Sunset
suggest
is
we
really
close down
like.
the dock for the remainder of the camp.
Oh, I'm sure it won't have to be for the remainder of camp.
Sorry, I
Just
gotta
needs
listen.
to be patched up a bit. I've got this.
Or maybe
Applejack's a
If you ask
fixer,
me, this whole
builder,
dock needs to
yep.
go. Building a new one could be our camp gift. Sure, it would
Oh.
benefit us, but a nice new dock would benefit future campers too.
I don't know, it's
I
an
saw
awful
Snips and
lot of
Snails.
work. I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on doing other fun camp stuff because you're so busy building a dock for future campers.
What is going on with these two?
I hear what you're saying, Timber, but we're Canterlot Wondercolts. We've got a reputation to uphold. And there was no way we were gonna leave this place without contributing to the most
Reputation.
awesome camp gift ever. I'm with Agent. Building a new dock is definitely it. What do you guys think?
That works.
Looks like it's settled then.
Looks like it.
That's some tension, all right.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, Sunset is very confident in this one. I like this.
We can reinforce the foundation.
Make it nice and sturdy.
And we can add a wood-carved sign that says Camp Everfree.
And little boxes of food so you can feed the ducks and fishies. Oh,
Aw.
we'll add lanterns so you can see at night.
Cool. Wow.
Stunning! And we'll make an absolutely perfect runway for my camp fashion show!
More importantly,
Should've
it'll be
seen
a
that
great
one coming.
place for docking canoes and feeding the wildlife.
You say tomato. I say perfect place to showcase glamorous boho chic stylings.
What do you guys think?
It's going to be a lot of work, but we can do it.
Adult supervision!
What? Adult supervision.
Nice hammer. Where'd you get it?
Duh, the toolbox.
That's cool. I made mine.
Looks like Thor's hammer a little bit.
Lanterns out of solar-powered garden lights.
Just a little
Pretty
bit not good.
crafty there, Timber.
You think that's crafty? You should see my macaroni art. I'm like the Picasso of noodles.
Oh, really?
All right now.
Really?
You've made a lot of progress, but it's going to be getting dark soon. We can pick this up tomorrow between our other camp activities.
Everyone get cleaned up, and we'll gather by the fire pit at 8 to share s'mores and scary stories.
Gonna say enter Pinky.
That's when she looked down and realized she was wearing purple socks with a burgundy dress.
What was that?
Purple and burgundy,
Like
darling.
a bouquet of marshmallows?
That was a terrifying story.
Yeah.
I'm terrified she'll
Let Sunset tell
it
one.
again. Anyone else have a spooky story?
Sunset?
I have one, but I'm warning
Timber.
you. You might as well hug a friend now.
Oh,
That's
here's
how scary it is.
the Legend of Everfree.
It's time I told you about the legend of Gaia Everfree.
Ooh. Here we go.
Many years ago,
Oh, okay. I thought we skipped
my
ahead.
great-grandparents came to this forest. Seeing its beauty, they decided that it would be the perfect place for a camp. But once they started building, strange things started to happen. One
Hello.
pitch-black night, when the wind was howling, a tree branch crashed through the roof of their cabin. They screamed and ran outside, only to see a giant creature rising from the earth. She had wild hair like the roots of a tree. Her mouth had jagged rock teeth, and her eyes were pools of black tar. But her aura shimmered like diamonds. Anywhere she went, she left a trail of gem dust in her wake. Trembling, my great-grandparents asked who she was and what she wanted. In a deep and hollow voice, she told them that her name was Gaia Everfree, an ancient spirit who held domain over the forest, and that my great-grandparents were trespassing on her land. They begged her to let them stay and build their camp, to share this wonderful place with others. Gaia Everfree finally agreed, but warned them that they would not be able to keep it forever. Someday she would return and reclaim the forest as her own. So if you see a trail of gem dust, you'll know that it is Gaia Everfree!
Hey, guys. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
Then why'd you come out of the bushes?
Yeah.
I took the scenic route because the forest is beautiful at night.
Sure.
But no one else should do it without a guide, okay? All right, everybody.
do as I say,
time to
not as
head
I
to your
do.
tents.
Hey, Gloriosa, do you have extra toothbrushes? I forgot mine.
Sure do. I'll get one for you.
I'm scared of the dark. Do you have flashlights?
Of course. I got this.
Those two.
Fluttershy!
Sorry, Spike. I guess that story got to me.
Why?
Yeah, it
Can't
would.
be real.
I don't know. Gaia Everfree could be some creature that got booted from Equestria and ended up in this world. That's what happened with the sirens.
Sounded more like something that Timber was making up just to scare us. At least I hope it was. Last thing I want is to have camp ruined by some power-crazed magical creature.
Oh,
No
here,
offense.
here. We've had to deal with more than our fair share of those. At the fall formal, our musical showcase,
Really?
friendship game.
Really, Rarity?
I mean, you know, everything turned out all right, of course. I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna turn in.
You'd think
Maybe
they'd
lay
know
out
better
the
by
internet
now.
what happened at the friendship games. I think she's still pretty sensitive about it.
Our lips are sealed.
That bouquet of roasted marshmallows. Nice.
Here I am.
Oh, not again.
Over here. I'm always here.
Whoa.
What happened?
Nothing. Sorry, Sunset.
Instant karate stance. Nice reflex.
Twilight, I think something happened.
Is it time to get up already?
Twilight, we really have to talk about this.
No, we don't.
Oh. Derpy's so adorable. Oh.
Hey,
Making a lot of progress on
I
that
know you
dock.
don't want to, but I really think we need to figure out what's going on with your magic. If you could learn to control it.
But that's just it. I'll never be able to control it.
What just...
What happened? I didn't mean to.
We didn't see anything, so we don't know what happened.
Wow. I'm thinking
okay?
that was Twilight's fault.
It was so weird. We were stuck in the middle of the lake with no wind. Then all of a sudden, BAM! The wind picked up and we were pushed right into the dock.
You don't think it was the spirit, do you? No, it was me.
Spirit, show yourself. The great and powerful Trixie commands it.
What's that?
Good luck with that. Uh-oh. Gem dust.
Man, all our hard work ruined. At least the fishies are eating well.
Let's salvage what we can out of the water. Maybe we can still fix this.
We have to try. Camp Everfree needs a runway.
Doc.
Oh, yes, that's what I mean.
Rarity is nothing if not consistent.
It used to be so simple. It was a world I understood. I didn't know what I didn't know, and life seemed pretty good. But now the darkness rises from somewhere deep inside of me. Her power overtakes me. Can I keep this midnight from getting free? If I can stay with the light, I know I'll be
Got chills.
free. And I can start to be whole. I can start to be me. But instead I am struggling with all that I see. And these friends mustn't see the midnight in me. The midnight in me. They mustn't see the midnight in me.
Man, just like this internal war being waged in her head. Oh, man. Where is she?
So many squirrels.
Spike.
Oh, man, I was having the best dream. Wait, That dream could be a reality.
Before you run off to chase squirrels, do you have any idea where Twilight could be? I really need to talk to her.
What happened? Did she do that lifting things off the ground thing again?
That's just it. I don't know if it was her, but if it was, we need to deal with it head on.
I can track her down.
Keep it together. Deep
She out
breaths.
all night?
You are not a monster. No! Oh, hi.
Hi there.
What are you doing here?
Looking for you.
Oh.
Smooth,
I
very
just
smooth.
Went on a nature walk and got a little lost.
Let me show you the way. I'm kind of an expert at these woods. I've lived here my whole life.
That must have been nice. Growing up at a camp?
Yeah, though it has its downsides. When I was younger, I wished we'd sell this place so we could live in a town like normal people.
Really?
I was 10. I really wanted to hang out at the mall. I've never told that to anyone. I must
Oh
be
man.
special. And not just because you have a tree branch in your hair.
How long has that been in there?
Not long. Just the whole time we were talking.
Well, why didn't you say something?
Wow.
Guess we could help Twilight deal with the magic stuff a little later.
Rock climbing is all about perseverance
Vulcan
and trust.
Derby.
Rarity, you can trust that Applejack will spot you.
Yeah, so you can totally go faster than you're going. Rainbow Dash. Sorry, I've been waiting to do this since we got here.
Well, you'll have to wait a little longer, darling.
Rarity, those boots.
Oh, good. Twilight, if you spot me, I can finally go. I'll go get another harness.
I'm not sure.
I better make sure my sister doesn't need anything. See you later.
Wow.
Twilight, there you are. I was looking for you.
Is that an earthquake?
We aren't near any fault lines.
Hey! Who left this crystally dusty stuff here?
Okay.
Hi, Billy, I'd like to come down now.
Sorry, it's a little bit stuck.
What? Wait, what?
Applejack, what are you doing?
Is everything okay over there? I don't know what happened. I didn't even pull the rope that hard. It's like she was light as a feather all of a sudden.
I was scared half to death.
It wasn't my fault. Let me help you get your harness off.
No, thank you.
Alrighty then.
What in the world just happened?
Oh dear. I am so sorry. I think. Did I just do whatever that was? I don't think it was your fault. I'm gonna go get Applejack a towel.
Me too.
Wow. Yep, starting to see these powers emerge like I saw
You're
back
not
in
the
the
only
trailer.
one with a new kind of magic. This is great.
No, it's not. Rarity and Applejack could have really hurt each other. Why is this happening? I don't...
Hi, girls. Anything I can do for you?
Applejack just fell into the lake.
Oh, no. She's gonna need warm towels, dry clothes, and a hot cocoa. I've got this.
She's several kinds of creepy.
Fluttershy? What happened?
I don't know. We were just decorating cookies and...
That was all! You need more sprinkles, and you need more sprinkles!
So, standard Pinkie Pie stuff.
Pretty much.
Tossing sprinkles to Fluttershy, when all of a sudden, they glowed pink and exploded! Just like that, only earlier!
Okay, why don't you
Wow.
stop touching stuff for a while?
Oh dear.
Exploding
We
sprinkles.
really should clean all of this up. Can someone help me out?
She has animal powers, doesn't she? Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Bird. Why, of course I can get you a little something.
She can speak. Yep.
Did you just talk?
Yep.
But I don't speak chirp.
You do now.
Well, I don't know if you're the only bird I can understand. Oh no, please don't call for your friends. It's nice to meet all of you too.
Were you just talking to the birds?
Yep.
Yes.
That face. It's
Did you
adorable.
tell him what happened? So crazy. I hoisted Rarity up the rock climbing wall like it was nothing. Like I had way more strength than I usually do.
And I made a diamond thing appear out of nowhere, which
Okay.
normally I'd be excited about. I mean, the facets were just perfect. And the
Rarity!
Oh, sorry. It knocked Applejack over, and then it disappeared.
Speaking of disappearing, has anybody seen Rainbow Dash? Whoa, how'd you do that?
I don't know. I started running to get the harness, and the next thing I knew, I was practically back in town.
But if you had some sort of super
Wow.
speed, why were you gone for so long?
Because I lost it when I got far away, and then it came back when I got close to camp.
Being at camp is giving us all new magical abilities!
Very observant.
Not all of us have gotten new abilities. I haven't, but
Wait.
Twilight
Yes, you did.
hasn't either.
So
You got
much
the
for
mind
my
reading
theory
thing.
that leaving CHS would mean leaving any new magic business behind.
Something at the camp must be making this happen.
Gaia Everfree?
Applejack, I was looking for you. Here, I brought you some towels and dry clothes. What happened in here?
Don't ask.
We're kind of trying to figure that out.
Well, don't worry about it. I got this.
Gloriosa! I kicked my beanbag into the lake.
What?
I'll get you another one.
And I'm all out of arrows.
Say no more. New arrows coming right up.
There you are! Filthy Rich is back. You want me to handle it?
Absolutely not. I've got this.
She's got a lot of things.
Enough with the screaming.
I didn't scream.
For once.
Nobody did.
Uh-huh. Mind
Attention
reading.
campers. Anyone who's interested in making floating paper lanterns, please meet us by the picnic tables.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I've been looking forward to coming here for a month. Maybe we forget about this new magic for a bit and just try to focus on enjoying our time at camp.
If you
I'm
can.
so excited about the designs I've come up with for the camp fashion show.
And I've barely gotten to whoop anybody in tetherball.
I think we should try to figure it out. But if letting it go for now is what the rest of you want.
I absolutely must this up.
I still wonder if there's like some sort of a natural
Pie?
portal to
What are you
Equestria
doing?
in this forest.
Marshmallows in my lanterns? Then when we light them, mine'll be beautiful and delicious!
She has an unlimited supply of marshmallows here, doesn't she?
Why aren't you with everyone else?
Sunset said something at camp is causing the other girls to get new magic. I think it's Midnight Sparkle. She's still part of me. I can feel it. And I think her magic is infecting my friends.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know what I can do.
Okay, everyone.
Not
It's
sure-
time
so
to
sure that's
watch
true.
your lanterns fly.
Hey, cool lantern. Mine's my face.
Okay. Hey, Luna would be proud of that lantern there, Twilight.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't seem like yourself tonight.
Ready and go!
And it's too heavy.
Aww. Oh well, now I get to eat it. Yep, beautiful and delicious.
It's Pinkie Pie, just don't question it. Oh, seriously? You had the two lanterns bumped it? Okay, alright. Laying it on thick. Why not?
Twilight?
Twilight!
Where's she going?
Where is she going? Twilight?
Busted.
What are you doing out here?
We're meeting a cab to take us home.
What?
She thought
Really?
you'd talk her out of it.
Because I would. Twilight, you can't leave.
You don't think it was the spirit, do you? No, it was me. I think it's Midnight Sparkle. She's still part of me. I can feel it. And I think her magic is infecting my friends.
Wow.
Twilight, there's no Midnight Sparkle. There's only you.
How did you know?
Okay, that just happened.
When I touched your hand, I could see things. I could understand why you were leaving. My new magic. This is my new magic. This is incredible.
No, it's not. I'm infecting you now.
Twilight, you have to stop looking at this as a bad thing.
Okay, so it's when she touches people, she can read their
Magic turned you into
minds.
something beautiful. The last time I tried to use it, it turned me into a monster. I'm just so afraid it's gonna happen again.
Yes, last time I turned into something amazing, but I've let magic turn me into a monster too. So if anyone understands what you're going through, it's me. I can help you, Twilight. And the rest of our friends can be there for you too. But not if you run away.
I'll stay. But I still don't think it's a good idea for me to be near the rest of our friends right now. Not until we know why this is happening.
Understood. Who's that?
Timber, yep.
Wait. Twilight?
Timber? I'm so glad it's just you. Wait, what are you doing out here?
With an axe.
Yeah.
I
Looking
was
for you.
chopping down firewood.
In the middle of the night?
We needed more for tomorrow night's campfire. And if I didn't take care of it tonight, it would be one more thing Gloriosa would add to her list. I've got this. What about you two? Why are
Okay, so
you
apparently
hanging out in the woods?
she
in the
tries to
middle
run
of the night?
everything. Won't let him help?
I was sleepwalking. Twilight found me and was bringing me back to camp.
Come on. I'll watch
Nice
you
save.
guys back. I'll protect you from Gaia, Everfree, Everfree, Everfree!
Yeah, that's just lame now.
Come on. That's obviously just a spooky story you made up to tell around the campfire.
Oh no, it's legit. How else would you explain what happened to the docks? And that weird thing where the earth shook? Come on. I know a shortcut back to the tents.
Yeah, whose power was the earthquake thing? Oh, you sneaky
Legit,
little...
I think we just found our Gaia Everfree.
But why would he work so hard to make us think she was real?
You heard what he said about wishing his sister would sell this camp. If nobody wants to come here because it's home to some angry ancient nature
Trying to
spirit,
sabotage the
sure
place.
would help his cause.
We should tell Twilight.
Not yet. She's obviously going through a lot right now. We should probably be 100% sure before we tell her the guy she likes is a jerk who's trying to run everybody out of camp.
How's Filthy Rich figure into this? Is he trying to buy the camp and Gloriosa won't let him? Yeah, no speed walking.
You gonna give us a hand here, Rarity? I would love to, but I really need to get the stitching on this poncho done if it's going to make it into the camp fashion show. So at the pace you two are moving, I don't know that the runway will ever be finished.
It's a
The
dock.
dock is our gift to the camp, and it's gonna get finished. That is, if Rainbow Dash would hurry up and bring me more wood.
I can't go any faster.
I don't want to end up in the woods again. Don't be silly.
Really?
I know I said we should try to forget all about this new magic business, but
Oh,
I
the
can't.
hammer, okay.
What if I hammer the board into splinters? Oh, shoot. I'm all out of nails.
Oh, here you go.
Oh no. Nice shield.
What? Oh, do you think the nails would explode like the sprinkles? Wow, glad that didn't happen, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, girls. I didn't mean to. I don't know how to control this. It's okay. Oh, none of us do.
Which is why we shouldn't pretend this isn't happening.
Do you have them now, too?
It started last night. When I touch people, it's like I can feel what they're feeling and see their memories.
Ooh, fancy. Try me.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
That explains so much.
Yep.
Girls, we can't just brush these colors aside because it doesn't seem like the ideal time to get them. What if it turns out that they can actually make things better?
So you have magic, and it's not that good.
Okay, song.
When it found you, you know it was fake.
That was
and
great.
It might seem scary now, but it can be wonderful too. So how about we embrace the magic?
awesome.
You take a little dash of magic and you let it ignite. Mix things up a little.
Oh, nice! They're getting control of it.
Just 5 seconds flat. How the story has changed. All 'cause now you've embraced the magic. And it just got better in every way. I say embrace the magic. No more holding back, just let it out. If you can take the magic and learn a little more what it can do. Once the magic is part of you, what's standing in your way that you can't move to?
Super strength.
Make your dreams come true.
Bulk.
Shield yourself from the magic that can help protect from
Nice.
harm that might come.
Nice save.
Have magic, and it's not that great. But when I found you, you know it was fate. So if you listen close, you might make a new friend. And together we can make it. I say embrace the magic. No more holding back, just let it out. If you can take the magic and learn a little more what it can do. The magic is part of you. The magic is part of
Now, if only Twilight was here.
the magic is part of you. The magic is part of
I'm definitely gonna have some things to say about this later.
Okay, that was pretty awesome. And look what you managed to accomplish.
It's finished.
Please, 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 can we do a run through for the fashion show on it right this minute?
Thought you weren't finished with the stitching on your poncho.
I
And
am
now.
Get started without me. I gotta go find Twilight. Seeing what we've been able to do here might make her embrace the new magic too. Not that she has any.
I just wish you didn't tell them that ridiculous story!
Ah,
Oh, boy.
This is all too much for you. You have to let it go.
Sibling spat.
Knew it. He wants her to get rid of the camp.
Sunset
Ouch.
Shimmer? What were you doing behind that door?
What? Nothing. I, lost an earring. There it is.
Hey, listen. I'm glad I ran into you. I really wanted to thank you.
Why does she wear
For
ears?
what?
For the tough love. Telling me I should get over Twilight. I needed to hear that.
Sure, no problem.
Is something wrong?
What? No. Why?
Come on, Sunset. We used to date. I know when something's bothering you.
Okay, here's the deal. My friend really likes someone, but I don't think that someone is who she thinks they are. I don't want to upset my friend by telling her what I think because I also want to protect her because if what I think is happening is really happening, then she deserves to know. You know?
No.
No.
But what I do know is that your friend is lucky to have someone like you to look out for them.
Really?
Yeah. You know, you've changed a lot since we went out. You're so much nicer.
Really?
I'm glad you noticed.
Are they gonna get
maybe
back
you and me,
together?
we
Oh
can
my
start
god,
over
Timber.
as friends.
What was he up to?
Sounds great. I gotta go.
Cool. Yeah, I want to start over later too.
Burned again! They're there! Thank you, Derpy. You're a great friend.
Shoot. He's definitely up to something.
Does that phone even work out here? Apparently it does.
It's Sunset. She says to meet her by the rock quarry.
I thought we weren't supposed to hike out that far.
She says it's important.
Yes, I saw the little horseshoe winter coat symbol on the
What is
phone.
that?
Yeah, hi. So
What's going on down there? I think it's Gaia Everfree. Or rather, someone who wants us to think she's back. Come on.
This place is beautiful.
Interesting.
There's equestrian magic here. I can feel it.
I thought Timber was just faking there was a magical nature creature. Are you saying it's real?
Timber? What does he have to do with any of this?
Nothing.
Oh boy.
It's all me.
Gloriosa?
I knew it.
Timber! I was sure he was the one trying to make it seem like Gaia Everfree was back. It was you who was trying
She's
to scare
Gaia
everyone
Everfree, isn't
away.
she?
I would never try to scare anyone away from Camp Everfree.
Oh my, you fell behind on your payments, Gloriosa. I own the land now.
Please, my great-grandparents founded this place. It's been in our family for generations. You have to let the camp stay.
Instead of turning it into a spa resort that will line my pockets with more money than this camp ever could? I don't think so.
Please.
This guy's like Gladbane.
I just need a little more time.
Fine. I'll give you till the end of the month.
What'll I do?
I still can't figure out where this is going. Wait, what? Are those elements of harmony jewels?
You don't know what those things are.
But I know what they can do. I've been practicing. I can control their power
Whoa.
You don't know that for sure.
now. This is our camp, and it's being taken away. If this has to be our last week here, I'm going to use whatever it takes to make it count.
It's been her the whole time. That wasn't, but too much. Oh, she's been trying to help, but she's not in complete control of it.
You were using magic all over the place. I had to tell them something to cover for you. What did you want me to do?
I just wish you didn't tell them that ridiculous story!
Ah, this is all too much for you. You have to let it go.
Because now she thinks he's scaring them away.
Timber wasn't talking about letting go of the camp. He was talking about you letting go of the magical geodes. All those things you were doing to make this week the best week ever. Every time you used magic
Wait,
to do them.
so there is...
It caused
Okay,
another
there's
problem
7.
somewhere else. Timber was covering for you.
How do you know what I was doing with the geodes? How do you know about the magic?
I can see things, feel things, because I have magic too. And so does she, and so do our friends.
Gloriosa, Timber wasn't wrong. Maybe you should stop using magic.
Still haven't seen
Too much of
Twilight's
it
new
can
power.
be dangerous if you can't control it.
Oh, I got this. And I'm going to use it to save my camp. I just need more power. No!
Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, this kid, and now she's... Okay, so now she literally is becoming Gaia Everfree. Wow.
Sorry, girls. I know what I need to do. But I feel like we're not on the same page. So...
Gloriosa!
And Twilight's going to have to embrace her magic to save them.
Where are Twilight
Some
and
interesting
Sunset?
designs.
Oh, they're missing our dress rehearsal. Huh? I we can get started without them.
Whenever you're ready!
Interesting vinyl cover.
Told you you'd like it.
It's all right, I guess. You get to keep it after camp, though, right?
Applejack does like some really frou-frou things, as long as it's apple themed, I guess. Really?
She looks different.
Yeah.
Taller.
Those two. I don't even need to say anything.
This is only a preview. I've got another entire line I'll debut at the real thing.
Of course you do.
Why did you stop the... Oh my goodness.
Attention,
Hello.
campers! It's Gaia Everfree!
She's real!
Ah! Why don't?
Gloriosa? What are you doing?
That's Gloriosa? Am I going crazy, or her feet not touching the ground?
That's what you notice.
I
Hi,
have
Pinky.
an announcement to make. Filthy Rich wants this to be the last session
Yes,
of
that was
Camp
ironic because Pinky
Everfree.
was up. Yeah.
But don't worry, I got this!
Okay then. So much for the new dock.
I literally just finished building that.
I
Yeah.
waited for the day.
Villain song.
Send this greedy wolf away. Now the magic is my salvation. Gather close in my protection. We will stand forever free.
Wow.
Behold the beauty of nature in all its glory. No need to fear the vultures at the door. Right here you have me to protect you within these walls of thorns. Forever free, forevermore.
This is a fantastic song.
They have come into our domain, here to seal
Just
our
gonna seal up
camp
in
in
it, yeah.
chains. But we have held it for generations. This is just a complication. We will stand forever free. Trust in me, this is for your own good. Don't be afraid. Nature is our friend. All of this beauty that surrounds us, every lovely bloom designed to defend. Let them come, just let them try. I'm not about to say goodbye. This camp will be here throughout the ages, written into the history pages. We will stand forever free.
Wow.
Why do these kinds of things always happen to us? What are we going to
Because
do? What we
reasons.
always do. Save the day.
Time to pony up. Wait, what kind of powers are they gonna have in a ponied up state?
This is gonna be so much fun. I only wish we had time to make superhero capes.
Rarity already has.
Enough about our wardrobe.
No, okay.
Gotta stop Gloriosa from trapping everybody in here.
So is there actually a real guy Everfree that's gonna show up? Boom! Oh yeah!
Hi. Do you think you can give us a hand? A paw? We could really use a way out.
Aww. Oh, I thought she was gonna kick it! Oh well. Ooh. Rolling up the sleeves now. Oops. That didn't work. powerful. Twilight, we need you. Nice save. Uh-oh. Oh no! Boom.
This isn't working. Her magic is too strong.
I need to combine powers somehow. But you need the rest of them.
Nice work, Spike.
Okay, I thought Twilight was going to use magic to get him out of there, but that works.
Twilight, you have to use your magic.
I don't think I can lift something that big.
It's our only chance of getting out of here and helping our friends.
Come on, Twilight. You got this. Unlike Gloriosa, you actually got this. Whoa. I saw the thing on the forehead. It's interesting.
Why are you fighting me? I'm doing this to save our camp. I'm doing this
No, you're
for
not.
you.
Gloriosa, let's just think about this for a moment, shall we? I mean, I think Camp Everfree is absolutely delightful, but I just don't know that I'm quite ready to give up my weekly trips to the spa. To the spa?
Oh no. She's short-circuiting.
Right, Gloriosa. This isn't the way.
I appreciate your concern, Timber, but I got this!
That line's getting really old.
No, you don't!
Uh-oh. She's... The power's consuming her.
Twilight, do you think you can use your magic?
I don't want to use too much. Midnight Sparkle could take over.
Twilight!
No, she won't.
Friends are in there.
Okay.
Please, Gloriosa. What you're doing is crazy. You have to listen to me.
That isn't Gloriosa.
Nope, not anymore. Wow.
Twilight! Sunset, you're okay!
That isn't your sister. It's someone who's been consumed
Sunset,
by
yep.
equestrian magic.
Whoever you are, you have to let my sister go. Please, Gloriosa, come back. I need you. Gloriosa!
Okay, Twilight. Time to help her the way you got helped.
You can use your magic to pull the brambles apart.
No, there's too many of them. It would
got
take
to work
too much
together.
magic. I can't.
It's the only way. You have to embrace the magic inside you.
But what if she takes over? What if instead of saving everyone, I turn into Midnight Sparkle and only make things worse?
That won't happen. We won't let it.
Because you have friends now. You're doing it to save them. Oh boy.
Come on, Twilight. You have to be stronger than she is.
Come on, do it right this time.
You will never control me. I will always be a part of you.
Nope.
Twilight, listen to me. You are in charge.
You are a light, darling. A force for good. Yeah, you can kick the darkness's butt. We're here for you, Twilight.
And we'll be here no matter what.
We believe in you.
You are not Midnight Sparkle.
No, I am
Twilight Sparkle.
And the magic I carry inside me is the magic of friendship.
Yes! Oh, we're in for it now. Yes!
No! Stop!
Oh, yes! 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 Oh, yes! Whoa! Okay. I don't care if it's toyetic. I love the outfits. That was it? Oh, come on!
Gloriosa?
Dang it, I wanted to see more action there.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Wow. Man, that sunset outfit.
You did it!
Wow.
Nice bling. What are these?
They are officially elements of harmony.
But clearly, we have some kind of connection to them.
I almost don't care what they are.
They're beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
And we'll totally go with the other collection I was working on for the camp fashion show.
What?
Probably cancelled.
I am so sorry. I only wanted this to be the best week Camp Everfree has ever had, and instead, I've made it the worst. Maybe it's for the best that I'm losing the camp to Filthy Rich.
No, it's not. This camp has meant so much to so many people, my sister and me included.
Why do you think we wanted our students to come here?
We can't let Filthy Rich take this place away. If camp meant so much to you two, maybe it meant as much to the other campers who came here in years past.
Call up the alumni.
And maybe we can get them to help save it.
Oh, like a fundraiser? Or a ball? Our band could play.
I could help write a new song just for the occasion.
We're gonna get another song.
Those are all good ideas, but where would we hold it?
We could hold it in the Crystal Cave.
A crystal ball!
I admire everyone's enthusiasm.
Rarity.
Really, I do. But I just don't know how we're going to plan a ball by tomorrow and invite everyone.
Are you kidding? You clearly have no idea what the Wonder Cults are like.
I used to think that stories were just that, set in stone, concrete as a fact. It didn't dawn on me that I could change history.
That helps.
Now I know I'm writing my own song, fight my way to the ending that I want. I'll turn a tragedy into an epic fantasy.
Nice save. This is the song from
Time when fear would hold me down, 'cause I let it chain me to the ground. Look at me now, I'm soaring high. It's never boring in the sky. When I know I've got friends on my side, whatever tries together we will shine so bright. A radiant brilliance in the night.
Wow. What is with the shorts? Vocal's owning that outfit, that's all I can say. Nice.
Thank you all so much for coming and for helping us raise enough money to save Camp Everfree!
Yes. Bye-bye.
Thank you for everything. If I just asked for help in the first place.
Don't sweat it. It's kind of what we do.
We all make mistakes, right?
Not to brag or anything, but it's pretty cool how I saved all those campers from those Rubus fruticosus. Blackberry brambles.
I'm familiar with the genus. It's just a little weird. You say you saved the campers. I thought I saved them.
Yeah, but I saved you from falling on the dock so that you could save the campers. So technically, it was all me.
Really?
I'm really glad I met you.
Uh-oh.
What?
That sounds like a goodbye. And here I was hoping we'd still be able to hang out. Maybe get dinner and catch a movie?
Yeah, I really like that.
Oh, good. I was hoping that's what this meant.
Okay, well, what's gonna happen with Flash now?
Oh, sorry. I need to borrow Timber. There are some donors I really want him to meet. They were good friends with Mom and Dad.
Save me a dance, okay?
Adorable. He does seem like a pretty cool guy.
You know what else is cool? Our awesome new superpowers. I
And-
had like 400 flyers, set up the stage, and still in time to pick up pizza. I love my super speed.
About that,
And you're gonna lose it
I think the
when you leave camp.
crystals are the source of the superpowers.
Oh.
You're not gonna ask us to give them up,
Of course,
are you?
of course.
No. In fact, I think maybe we were meant to have them all along.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
There is one thing I'm still wondering about, though.
Sunset's hairdo.
What's that? Where did the magic that hit this cave come from?
Yes. Where indeed? What all did Star Swirl do way back when? I called that. I said after the events of Friendship Games, like, what if there's still a Terran reality that's letting magic leak through from Equestria? There is.
It's the book of our lives.
Song.
The stories ours to write. Some pages fade, while others are black and white.
And the story begins again every time we try.
Every time.
Kelly Metzger did Gloriosa Daisy's singing voice.
Shines eternal. And friends are all I need. And hope shines eternal. And the future is always bright when you're here with me.
I've fought through the darkness and come out the other side. For rain clouds will clear the way for the sunny sky. I've been afraid and stayed through the longest night. But morning still comes, and with it it brings the light. Oh, it brings the light.
And hope shines eternal.
This is some of the best music ever. there's a scene at the end, so okay, and
Third time's the charm. Or is it fifth? I've lost track.
All that matters is that the runway is finished.
I think
Doc.
you mean the dock.
Oh, tomato, tomato. Let's celebrate!
Oh, darn it! That was hilarious. I was hoping for something to set up the next movie, but oh well. Well, this was an incredible movie. But I'm just gonna stop right here because I'm just gonna babble and ramble at this point. So, yeah, this is gonna take me a while to go through again and edit and collect my thoughts. Man, this is gonna be a long commentary probably, but I will be back in just a few seconds for you guys. So stay tuned. Okay, everyone, grab some popcorn, grab a drink, sit back, relax. I'm gonna be here a while. I've got a lot of notes on this. This was a fantastic movie. It exceeded my expectations on pretty much every level. I will say it right now, this is the best movie in the series, period, by any measure. I'm sure you've got your opinions on it. You're welcome to them. This is mine, okay? After Friendship Games, I liked Friendship Games. I liked all the movies, okay? But we know, each movie kind of has its own quirks and its own issues, some more than others. In Friendship Games, we all know what the issues were with that. There was some just general plot absurdities in there that just were a little cringy, I still enjoyed the movie. I still very much enjoyed the movie, and I would rewatch it anytime. It just, certain things were like, why couldn't you have written that a little bit differently and make a little bit more sense? But whatever, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. I got way too much to talk about here. This movie had a fantastic plotline. It made sense. It flowed well. There was subplots. There was solid characters. There's no out-of-character stuff in this. It just is perfect. The wonderful ladies who wrote this, just my hats off to you. This movie just took Equestria Girls to a whole new level. Alright, as I'm getting into this, I will just say, yes, I'm aware, painfully sometimes, that I am easily entertained, and yeah, I laughed a lot more in this movie than I thought I had, and I'm kind of cringing at myself a little bit, so hopefully most of you weren't too annoyed by that or whatever, but it was just a thoroughly entertaining movie, and I was just enjoying it, and my mind was spinning so much trying to figure out what was going on with this story, that as ended up being kind of slow in the uptake, is having a hard time commenting on it because my brain was just stuck on what's going on here, and that again speaks to how well of a story this was written. I love it when I can, story can just keep me on the edge of my seat, not knowing which way it's going to go. So from that standpoint alone, awesome movie. But the music, wow, I kid you not, I bought the soundtrack when I was done watching this movie, and I have been listening to it on repeat as much as possible amongst my work and things going on. Just so you know, this is actually the day after, I'm recording this now, the day after I watched this movie, because I was spending a lot of time, editing it and rewatching it with friends and talking about it with friends and whatever, and I ran out of time. Got too tired and just had to call it quits. So this is now after work the next day. I've had even more time to think about it, made some more notes, and yeah, here I am. So I'm still buzzing on this. The music was absolutely incredible. Daniel Ingram said this is his best work yet, and he is not kidding in the least. I hope I get the opportunity to meet this guy someday and shake his hand, give him a hug, whatever, because this music was over the top. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of, back and forth discussions. I'm not going to call them arguments, but there's going to be discussions in the fandom regarding which movie has the best music. it's not really a fair comparison because most every one of these movies has its own style. EG1 just kind of had a more generic, pop music thing going on. Rainbow Rocks, had a lot more varying styles in it, but it was a lot of like modern pop rocks type stuff still. But had some solid, messages, very good singers involved with the sirens and such. Friendship Games was more of like a high school marching band pep rally type thing going on, and I really liked it. I felt like the Friendship Games music was almost on par with the music from Rainbow Rocks. It's just that it had a different style to it, and not everybody liked the style, and I respect that, But for me, it was almost nearly as good. But this movie, Legend of Everfree, we've got it's sort of like a country folk bluegrass type thing going on, which I enjoy that type of music, I really do. So that that really worked for me. But not only that, as I've been listening to these songs and dissecting the lyrics and stuff, letting it really sink in, I'm starting to realize just how much depth and meaning there is in the lyrics of these songs. These songs are they're telling stories, and they're giving us symbolism of the way things are happening in life and stuff. It's just it's incredible. And this was especially, I'm going to talk about some of these, not all of them, because otherwise I'm going to ramble on for hours. But I've got to talk about my number one song, my favorite song from this movie, Embrace the Magic. And I'll say right now, I listened to the song several times and came to the conclusion it was my favorite song before it even registered in my brain that this was a Sunset Shimmer solo. So I don't like it just because it's Sunset Shimmer singing it. The message of the song, the message hit me the first time I was listening to it in the movie. And it's so incredible when it clicked in my brain. Basically Sunset is trying to rally her friends together and get them to realize that, hey, your magic, you can't just run away from it. It's part of you, and you have to learn how to embrace it and help each other figure it out and work together. And together we can grow this magic, learn how to control it, grow it, and turn it into something awesome that benefits everyone. And it hit me just like a ton of bricks, like, hey, this is us, this is life. No, we don't have the magic powers that they do. Not in the same sense, but everybody has their own magic. Each one of us, we're all unique individuals. We all have our own, our own talents and skills, our own personality quirks, and our upbringing, just everything that makes us who we are as individuals. We're unique. We're special. And sometimes, especially when new things come into our lives and who we are seems to change, we sometimes don't know who we are anymore, or become scared of who we see ourselves becoming as life throws new things at us. And that's what happened here. They got these new magic powers, and they're just like, well, this is freaking us out. We don't know what this is. We don't know how to control it. Let's just try to ignore it and enjoy ourselves. But that wasn't going to work, because by them not controlling it ended up controlling them, and things were not going well. And that's important for us to remember too. Is we can't just run away from who we are or our problems. If you try to run away from yourself, you're not solving anything. You're just delaying the inevitable, and you're going to make things worse for yourself. But likewise, it's important to get out there and share yourself, share your own magic. Who you are as an individual is your magic. You are special to this world. You have something to contribute, and it's not just if you separate yourself from the world, you are not just losing out for yourself. The world is losing out because they don't have you. The world is less without you, just like you are less without the world, without your friends and family and loved ones around you. And it's so important. I mean, that just speaks to this fandom and so many people in this world as a whole. There's so many people out there just think like, I'm nobody, I'm nothing special. I could just, I'm sorry to go dark here, but I could just die and nobody would care and the world would just move on. yeah, the world would move on, but it wouldn't be the same without you. It really wouldn't. And you know, whoever out there is listening to this, just keep that in mind. You know, just remember that the world will keep moving on, but the world will never be the same place without you in it. Don't ever forget that. Wow, I just went really deep there, but that's what I got out of this. I had to share that, and I hope everyone watching out there really got some meaning from that too, and can see that in your own lives. So, we've all got our own magic. Get out there and share it with the world. All right. Moving on. So yeah, it was great that it was a Sunset song, because again, Sunset has really become a great leader, and and her ability to rally her friends around them and encourage them in their magical abilities has been great. I mean, just she's so confident now. I mean, I loved seeing this growth in her. Sunset has probably got the most character growth of any of these characters throughout these movies, largely because she's she's a unique character in this franchise. And looking back through the movies, the first movie was about her, having to get hit with a cold dose of reality, or get some sense knocked into her, and she realized the error of her ways, trying to go crazy and take over the world type of thing. And she got a second chance to make things right. The Rainbow Rocks, we saw her then trying to to deal with the guilt of what she had done, and try to figure out how to make amends for it, how to help others and make up for what she had done. In Friendship Games, ultimately she did. In Friendship Games, we saw where, okay, now she's kind of moved past this thing. I got the whole no offense joke. She's okay, like, I'm past that. Yeah, it's just we can joke about it now. The wound's healing up and stuff, but now she still has some guilt. She still feels responsible for allowing magic, equestrian magic, to come into this world. So she's taken it upon herself to try and figure out how to deal with this, to protect everyone from the dangers of this magic. And she's being forced to do it without Pony Twilight's help, because she's unavailable. So it's really about Sunset stepping into this leadership role and really becoming a foundation for the team as a whole, and leading them on this. Now, and then it ended with her even taking on the mentor role thing. She got a chance to return the favor from Pony Twilight by turning around and now helping Saitwai, turn herself around with from where the dark path that she had started going down. So, but now we see her just fully grown into this leadership role with this group. And just being helpful and encouraging and whatever, helping them deal with their magic and stuff. It's kind of like the reverse of right now in Equestria, we've got Twilight more in that role and helping out Starlight Glimmer. It's kind of the reverse here. Sunset is taking on the role of teacher and mentor and trying to help Twilight figure out how friendship works, and to Starlight obviously has the magic stuff down. Twilight's still working on that, but you know what I mean with that. So, that's just fun to see. And yeah, Twilight, switching gears to focus on Twilight here, she is definitely still having some trouble. I mean, she went down the same path as Sunset was there a little bit. Didn't dwell on it as much, but overall she started down that path of darkness. And I mean, talk about a shocking event. I mean, us looking into this world, it's like, oh, magic powers, yeah, that's yesterday's news, like, that's a given. It's no big deal for us. But put yourself in her shoes for a minute. She had no idea that magic even existed like a few months ago or whatever, and not only did she discover it, but then it just took over and consumed her and brought out a darkness in her that she never knew existed. And you know, and now she's, you know, they helped her defeat that to a point, but you know, there's a mental aspect of herself on that too. I mean, that darkness is never going away. You know, there's, I'm sorry to say this, but there's a bit of darkness in all of us. That's just the way things are, and it's a choice on our part of, you know, do we allow that darkness to consume us and drive us, or do we conquer that darkness and you know, and be a light instead. And for her, she didn't know that was there. It was brought in a huge way, just completely upset her entire life. And now she's trying to figure out, like, you know, how to deal with this. Like, she's so scared that this is going to happen again, because she still lacks confidence. She's not really good friends yet. Yeah, she transferred to Canterlot High. She's got all these people around that are really nice, and that's been great. But she hasn't yet figured out what it means to actually embrace them as friends. And because of that, she's just on her own. You know, basically, she's trying to handle this by herself, because that's all she's ever known up to this point. And that song, that The Midnight and Me, you know, there's so many similarities, actually, I want to say, between what's going on with Twilight and Nightmare Moon, actually. I mean, this is kind of a Nightmare Moon-esque thing going on, and how she was consumed by the darkness, and now is trying to overcome it. Of course, with Luna, saw back in season 5, that she wasn't necessarily concerned about Nightmare Moon coming back, but she was so guilty over it that she had created this Tantibus creature that to torture herself in her dreams, you know, to try and make up for, you know, it's like, why do I deserve to feel at peace about this after everything that I did? Twilight's not doing that. I mean, she still felt guilty, of course, but she was afraid of this darkness actually coming back and consuming her again. And yeah, and that song is like she was lamenting about, like, man, my life used to be, you know, I didn't know what I didn't know, and everything was great. I mean, it wasn't the greatest because she didn't have friends, but she was confident in her abilities, her studies and stuff, and she had a path forward academically. You know, she was on the right track, at least so she thought. Now she doesn't know which way is up anymore, you know, and doesn't know what to do with this magic. And I think she was seeing what good there was in the magic. That there's a positive aspect to it, but she just could not see past the danger of the darkness returning, and just didn't know how to break free from that in order to move forward. She's just basically stuck in neutral here, trying to figure out how to, you know, how to cope with life as it was now for her. And you know, and again, all she's ever known is being alone. She hasn't embraced her friends as true friends yet. So she's just bottling all this up inside of her and doesn't want to share it with anyone. She's scared to death that they are going to see this darkness in her again, and that's all they're going to see, and that, you know, they'll lose faith in her or something. I can't pretend to know exactly what all is going through her mind. This is just kind of what I'm thinking she might have been thinking, but I can certainly understand her anguish in that song. And man, she was pouring her heart out. But you know, ultimately, she, you know, what she needed was the strength from her friends to help her overcome that. And get to more on that in a bit here. I'm going to switch gears and talk about Gloriosa, Daisy, and Timber Spruce, brother and sister, the new characters for this movie. Again, my mind was going all topsy-turvy here, trying to figure out what actually was going on with these two in this movie, because right from the beginning, Gloriosa's got this super cheery, everything is just, you know, cupcakes and sprinkles, and everything is great! I hate people like that. Like, okay, clearly she's laying it on really thick, she's covering up something, and then there's just this thing going on between her and Timber, and like he's like resistant of them doing things and improving things and whatever, and it seemed like he was, well, okay, you know, we got Filthy Rich showing up and talking about, like, you know, shutting the place down, and well, granted we didn't know that till later, but it's just that, you know, thinking back through everything, it's like Timber was, you know, acting like he just didn't want to have anything go forward, like he was seeing the camp as not being able to continue, and just fighting Gloriosa at every turn because of it. It's like, why are we even bothering? Because this isn't going to be going this much longer. And of course, we found out that he, you know, when he's younger, he hated the camp and wanted to just move, you know, sell it and move to the city. So, you know, of course, one would think that maybe there's some ulterior motive going on there. But he was actually more just being a realist in that he knew they were behind in payments and the land was being repossessed. And, you know, he was just trying to be sensible about the whole situation. Gloriosa, on the other hand, she was just doing her darndest to make sure that this was going to be the best week of camp for everyone. I mean, she was going to find some way to overcome the, you know, the financial issue and whatever. And she is just, overall, she is bound and determined to keep this camp going and make it the best experience for everyone. Because remember, that this land has been in their family. This camp has been in their family since their great-grandparents. It's a multi-generational camp. You know, I mean, can you imagine being in her shoes and seeing this camp, you know, fall to pieces under your own watch? You know, and well, not only for that, but just to, you know, she didn't want to let that the idea of that sour things for anyone, because if it was going to shut down, the last thing that she'd want to see is having the last group at the camp have a lousy time at it and have a bad memory of it at, you know, in its last days. You want it to end on as good a note as possible. So all this stuff of, I got this, you know, she is just doing everything humanly possible and more than humanly possible to try and make sure that things ran smoothly for everyone. But just, yeah, basically I think both of them, neither one of them wanted the camp to fail. It just, they both had very different approaches in terms of how to handle it. And it so happens that she stumbled onto that magic from Equestria, elements of harmony magic essentially, and decided to try and use that to help her make things work better around there. Problem is, just like Twilight with that magic back in friendship games, she didn't know what it was, didn't know how to control it, and it started consuming her. Well, first it's just things were getting out of control. She tried to do little things, and it didn't go so well. She, you know, crashed Derpy's boat. She, you know, set off that, you know, earthquake with those rocks in the river and stuff, and it just wasn't working that well. And because of all these crazy things going on, Timber ended up making up the story about Gaia Everfree to, you know, plant a little seed of, you know, of a legend thing in everyone's minds so that they would have something. Basically, it was a distraction to keep them from suspecting something else going on. It was like, oh, it's this legend, you know, this spooky creature and stuff. They wouldn't focus on Gloriosa that way. But to Gloriosa, that was the worst thing he could have done, because that was making them all nervous and jittery and stuff, and was taking away from the fun of the week. So that was contrary to her goal. So, you know, as looking back at this, it all fits. It all makes sense now. Neither one of them was evil. I had kind of thought going into this that Gloriosa was going to turn out to be the villain some way, somehow, especially with all that fake cheeriness going on. But really, at the heart of it, she was wanting to do the right thing. Just had the wrong way of going about doing it. And, well, like Twilight, she was refusing to ask for help amongst her, you know, her friends and everyone. She was wanting to handle it on herself, and just struggling under the stress of it all, just like Twilight was struggling under the stress of Midnight Sparkle stuff. And let's see, where am I outside? So and then, yeah, ultimately it led to Gloriosa, you know, taking it a step too far. She grabbed the last of the magic gems, got the full brunt of the power, and again, it wasn't intended for her. She couldn't control it properly, and she was just driven by this nature. Okay, looking back at Twilight in friendship games, she was driven by this super urgent need to acquire and understand magic. That was her driving force at that point. So that's what consumed her, was that the lust for that knowledge and power. Same thing here. Gloriosa's one and only goal was save the camp, and because of that magic, it just is like, okay, that's your goal, I'm gonna make it happen. But it was too much power for her. She couldn't control it, and it consumed her and it got to the point where you know, it brought out this darkness in her and it just went too far. She couldn't see that she was actually destroying the very thing that she was trying to save. So it just the same thing with Twilight. She was going to destroy both worlds in order to acquire the power, and she lost sight of the actual goal. So yeah, Gloriosa literally became Gaia Everfree, and I'm still wondering if there was actually a Legend of Gaia Everfree story beforehand, or if that's something that Timber Spruce just actually made up. I kept waiting for a hint somewhere in this that there was actually a real Gaia Everfree that we didn't get to meet in this whole deal. So we didn't really get any hints like that, so I'm guessing that's not the direction they were wanting the story to go. It's just a thought that I had. But no, Gloriosa basically took on that. She kind of looked like Poison Ivy, actually. An interesting analogy there, but yeah, just kind of went off the deep end. And yeah, so the main 7 had to step up and encounter that. The main 7 powers. This was a very interesting thing. Obviously, the elements of harmony, that we still don't know why they showed up when they did. No, more on that later. But yeah, the powers that they got from this were interesting. Rarity was the only one that was that touched on the Power Pony's powers from back in that episode. She got the Radiance like gem construct ability, and it makes sense because the rest of them were more connecting with their pony traits. It seemed like their pony counterparts traits. Like Rainbow Dash got super speed. Well, Pony Dash can fly really fast to the point of creating a sonic rain boom. So sure, Fluttershy got her ability to talk to animals, which was adorable when she figured it out. Applejack got the super strength, and like I wanted to see her kick something so badly, though. I mean, she tossed that rock up, just punched it. She didn't kick it, but oh well, maybe next time. Yeah, Pinky's the only one that's kind of off, like exploding sprinkles. Okay, but it's Pinky. Why am I questioning this? Moving on. So yeah, more pony traits or whatever. Rarity, though, it's like, what would you draw from? Like her ability to find gems underground? I don't even know if there are random gems underground in the human world. And even if there were, that ability wouldn't really have helped all that much in this particular situation. So yeah, the Radiance powers make perfect sense. That was a nice move. Twilight actually was a little bit more on the generic side. We didn't really get a whole lot of time in the movie to explore her abilities, but she had basically like the force shield bubble type thing going on, and stuff, and that's consistent with Pony Twilight's abilities. So sure. Sunset was the most interesting one, though. Again, we don't have a counterpart for her yet, so there's no frame of reference for that one, but the power fits her so well. I mean, we've long talked about her being like the element of empathy. Well, I've heard forgiveness, I've heard empathy, I've heard different things, but empathy, I think, is basically where it's at. And, by touching someone, she's kind of like got a little bit of Counselor Troy thing going on here from like Star Trek The Next Generation. But, I mean, she requires physical contact. She can't just, although she did sense the equestrian magic in that cave without touching anything, so that was another reference. But by touching someone, she can't just read their minds. She can see their thoughts and their memories, but also their feelings. She can actually experience what they felt in those situations. I mean, that's a whole nother level, and it allows her that empathic insight into what's going on with them, and that in turn allows her to understand what they're experiencing and why, and figure out a way to help them. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's any helping Pinkie Pie. I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Somebody else can analyze that one. That's untested waters for me. But yeah, so that just worked really well for her. Helped her figure out what was going on with Twilight and Gloriosa both. So that was cool. And I also wonder if that is it just her reading stuff off anyone else, or is she also able to use that power to boost someone else's confidence, because there was that one scene where she was trying to encourage Twilight to use her magic to help break through that vine wall, and it was at the moment that Sunset ponied up, and it seemed like she pushed some of her energy onto Twilight in that moment. And I just wonder if she was able to give Twilight a boost of confidence to help her move forward at that point. It kind of felt like it. I'm sure there's different schools of thought there. But anyway, yeah, so they all finally got in there. All 7 of them are together. And, oh, look. Now they're all together. The elements of harmony recognized that their true owners were present. So they left Gloriosa and powered up the main 7. And, timing couldn't be... I got ahead of myself there. They were waiting for Twilight. Twilight still had to overcome her fear and her lack of self-confidence. She had to defeat her inner demon of Midnight Sparkle. And again, to this point, she still had not fully embraced the idea of friendship. But as they were forcing her to use her... She was, again, just like in friendship games, she was being forced to use magic that she didn't really fully understand. The big difference here is that instead of, Principal Cinch just using her for her own personal gain, here it was her friends helping her to become her true self, basically. And, as we saw, her fears were not unfounded, because she almost, tapped into that darkness again. But with the support of all of her friends, she finally reached deep down, found that determination, and pushed past it. And I am not Midnight Sparkle. I am Twilight Sparkle. And boom. The key, that was the final key. The elements unlocked and bonded with their owners. And boom, new toy line. I don't even know what we call these. It's not really rainbow powers. I didn't feel like it's almost something ascended beyond that level. I'm not really sure, but interesting thing. I always felt like the elemental magic that they are using in this world is, remember, it all kind of sparked from Twilight's crown alone, just one element of harmony. So I felt like it's kind of like a weak, borrowed version of the magic. It wasn't like the true elements of harmony magic. But now we've got real elements of harmony here from Equestria, and this is now they're fully powered up to be able to handle this. I just wish that this is one thing that actually bugged me about the overall storyline in this movie. The pacing for this final battle with Gloriosa just felt off. They spent, I felt way too much time with the back and forth stuff of the individuals trying to use their abilities to cut through the wall and stuff like that. That could have been a lot shorter. And I felt like what we really needed, there needed to be a confrontation between Twilight and Gloriosa with dialogue, because again, these two are so much alike in this that, Twilight, having now overcome and conquered this fear, she could have a heart-to-heart with Gloriosa and get her to see the light, just like kind of like Sunset and Twilight had that little talk in friendship games. It would have been something similar here. But instead, we just got final attack, blinding flash of light, and poof, everything's back to normal again. It felt a little rushed. I'm not gonna let that ruin the enjoyment of the movie for this movie, because it's just too awesome of a story in general. But sorry, I lost my place. Ultimately they restored order to everything, and helped Gloriosa to see that hey, you didn't need to do this alone. We're here to help you with this. And it's how are we gonna pull this all off in a day? I'm have you met the Wonder Cults before? Magic powers and all this stuff. They put together a whole fall formal thing in the first movie in one day, fixed up the gym and stuff, so why not? But so it all turned out for the best at the end, of course. Before I jump to the very end, I'm just going to sidestep into some other stuff here. I just want to run through some of the character interactions really quickly. And time is marching on, so I got to hurry. I'm probably missing some of the details I wanted to talk about, but oh well. Timber and Twilight, or Timberlight, or Timber Twi, or whatever the heck we're calling them. I'm actually okay with it. You know, after this is all said and done, I'm realizing Timber is actually a really cool guy, and so I like this. I'm okay with it. You know, they seem like a perfect couple together. Flash, it was not going to happen with Flash. It just wasn't. But this guy, I think works out. I just wish they hadn't laid it on quite so thick. It just, ugh. So many cheesy lines. There's actually some good lines in there, but just some really cheesy stuff. And, you know, the lantern's bumping, like, really? Yeah, but whatever. It happened, you know. Hey, I do like the fact that he got Twilight to kind of come out of her shell, you know, a little bit and stuff, because she was having a bad time, and that was a nice distraction for her. So yeah, that was fun to see. And on the subject of Flash Sentry, wow, talk about you know, full bucket of ice water full of reality dumped on him by Sunset Shimmer. That was like, yeah, dude, your love interest is you know, as a pony princess in an alternate dimension, not going to be around much. Get over it. Not gonna happen. But we've been begging for this. We've been begging and pleading, like, just, can somebody spell out the obvious, please, and tell them this is never going to work, because it was never going to work. So it's like, finally, okay, cold dose of reality. Now we can move on. And I know there's a lot of Flash Sentry haters out there, and I kind of understand why people don't like him. I never felt like he was all that bad of a character, honestly. I mean, yeah, he's, you know, he's kind of a dorky guy at times, but he's not a bad guy. And I started thinking about this, and it came to I came to the conclusion, and I actually shared this back when I was at MLP MSP back in June this year at the convention. Vincent Tong was there, and I actually had just a quick one-on-one conversation with him about this, and like, it's like, here's my thought on this. Flash Sentry is great. The problem is he's useless. The writers have never given him a worthwhile purpose in these movies. His initial purpose was to be the romantic interest of Twilight back in the first movie, but that was doomed to fail because Twilight was not going to be sticking around. And for some reason, they just brought that back and drug it through the mud a little bit more in Rainbow Rocks. Again, it's like, why are you still trying? She's still not going to stay around. And just was awkward. Then we got to Friendship Games, and oh, we got another Twilight. That was also doomed to fail because this Twilight has no clue who he is and no interest in him whatsoever. And yeah. So, like, can we please give him something to do other than just this, you know, goofy, you know, relationship stuff? We actually got that in here, just a little bit, but we got it. Because after he got the wake-up call from Sunset, you know, we got the interaction later on where he and Sunset were well, Sunset was basically, you know, venting on him a little bit about how she's trying to help Twilight. She's concerned for Twilight's safety because Timber Spruce is, you know, suspicious, doesn't know what's going on there. She's afraid of Twilight getting hurt and just doesn't know how to approach this situation, and she's kind of like asking him for help. And, you know, he's like, well, I'm not really sure what's going on, but it's like, hey, you know, you've really, you know, grown a lot over these last years. And he says, you know, with the kind of friend you are, he says, I know you'll help figure it out or whatever. Can't remember exactly what he said, but it's like he was legitimately concerned for Sunset and helpful to her. Like he wanted to help encourage her. And like, finally, he did something mature and useful and intelligent and whatever. So I love that. And then we had to ruin it all with the whole thing. It's like, hey, can we, you know, maybe be friends again? Like, yeah, friends. I see where this is going. I don't know that I like where this is going. I love getting character development for Flash, but let's not jump right back into hooking up with Sunset again. I don't think we're quite ready for that yet. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would rather see him burn and die before that ever happens. So, whatever. I'm just saying I wouldn't mind seeing him again in a future movie and see if his character gets taken a new direction. Because that he's been an abused character. He's been made to be useless. I would love to see him have an actual role. So, all right, moving on. Spike is adorable. Man, this Spike has really got the high life here. He's living the high life on Easy Street. You know, just sleeping, eating, chasing squirrels. Twilight's not abusing him with, you know, assistant tasks. Great. Filthy Rich. Why? Filthy Rich was not evil like that back in the Pony World. Not that I recall. I mean, yeah, he's a rich guy and probably, you know, a bit of a high-class guy, obviously, but I thought he was actually kind of grounded on that, a little bit more grounded in reality and stuff, not quite so mean of an individual. So I'm not really sure why they had to put him in here like that. This is his character was actually a lot more like Gladmane was in Viva Las Pegasus than Filthy Rich was, but whatever. Yeah, I do wish there had been a little bit more to that. Like, I thought it would have been fun actually to see, you know, like a shot inside the limo, and we could have seen Spoiled Rich sitting there, looking all stuck up, and like, ew, why am I out here in this filthy, you know, wilderness or something like that. And then I thought it would have been really great to have Diamond Tiara just, like, you know, sitting there, like, looking out the window, like, just, you know, like, looking miserable, like, I want to be here at camp, but my parents won't let me, or, you know, something like that. That would have been awesome to see. But, and yeah, because, like, why wasn't Diamond Tiara? We had Snips and Snails in this. No Diamond Tiara, no Silver Spoon, no Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, Scootaloo, no CMCs. Like, well, where were they? What? I can maybe buy the CMCs were off crusading somewhere, and then, well, maybe Diamond Tiara, Silver Spoon, maybe the rich parents didn't want them out getting dirty in the wilderness or something. I don't know. It's explainable if you want to. I just, like, why was it necessary to omit them? I don't know. But anyway, Everfree Forest, I would have thought, if any place, we would have found Zecora here. No Zecora. Oh well. No sirens. I didn't expect to see them in this. I would like to see them again. Just it wasn't going to work to put them in this movie. So no loss for me on that. Bulk biceps. That poor guy is getting his manhood challenged at every turn. Man, feel sorry for him. Derpy got a speaking line. Trixie got some lines. You know, and then of course the ever-present Lyra, Bonbon, Octavia, and Vinyl Scratch. I had thought we were going to see more of Vinyl Scratch in this. I thought she was going to have a more main role. Didn't see that. But I did see her having that conversation with Fluttershy in the background. Clearly a verbal conversation going on. Lips moving with both of them repeatedly. So, yeah, Vinyl can talk. Just doesn't need to that often. But she can. Maybe someday we'll hear her voice. Maybe not. I don't know. Either way, she's a cool character, so it doesn't really matter. But just wish we would have seen her do something, but oh well. So yeah, you know, if we get more movies or a spin-off TV show of this or something, you know, that'll be a lot more opportunities to start exploring more of these, you know, side characters and stuff, and even the main characters. You know, really the main focus for character growth has largely been on Sunset Shimmer. The rest of the, well, I was gonna say main 6, now the rest of the main 7, really still kind of feel like they're, you know, kind of more immature, more like season 1 versions of themselves from their pony counterparts. And it makes sense too, because these are effectively teenagers in high school. They're not like grown adults like they are in Equestria. So, you know, they're lacking that life experience and friendship lessons and stuff. So would love to see, you know, a different way of developing some of those traits with this version of the characters. But I think a TV series would be the best option for this, because then you can have all these multiple different stories and character focuses and such to explore. But hey, maybe with as successful as this movie is probably going to be, maybe they'll finally, you know, bring back the idea of a spin-off series or something. Just have to see. Yeah, I mean, that leads me to where do we go from here? You know, I personally think there's really going to be at least another movie out of this. It was a fantastic note to end on if they're going to end on it, but it's I feel like it's not time to quit yet. We're unfinished yet. So that crack in, the ending, that crack in the statue, that was basically the setup for the rest, because like, where did the elements come from? Well, or how did they get here, at least through that crack? this is what I was babbling about when the credits started to roll in the movie. I called this months ago. And I don't know if I've ever talked about this in any of my reactions. I didn't go back and look at anything, so I don't know. But way back when the early toy lines for Legend of Everfree started coming out at the toy fairs, I had seen dolls that showed humans other than it looked like humans other than the main 7 in ponied up forms. And now, clearly, with the exception of Gloriosa, there was nothing like that going on, so the toys weren't exactly show accurate, which is not surprising, unfortunately. But my mind started spinning, like, how could that be possible? And my mind conjured this theory of, what if all those tears in reality that happened back in Friendship games were not fully sealed? What if there's still a crack here or there, or a tear that's still open and allowing magic to seep through from Equestria? It's there! I was right! The basis by which I came to that theory was flawed, but I was still right. So, clearly that's how the elements came through. But we still don't know why they came through, or who sent them, or what sent them, or what triggered it in general. And, I mentioned earlier, it's like this is now like the fully powered elements of harmony. Like, why now? And I can't help but think that this means that there's some bigger, badder threat. I know badder isn't a word, but a bigger threat of some sort is coming where they will need that power. So, yeah, I feel like there's something coming here yet. Just have to see. Of course, things rolling around my mind. I did wonder if there was like a natural portal between the two worlds in the forest, the Everfree forest. But this Everfree forest isn't full of all kind of creepy magical things going on like the Equestrian version. At least it wasn't until these elements showed up. So, yeah, that theory kind of fell flat. But clearly the worlds are becoming more closely intertwined for some reason. And I don't know if maybe we're gonna see something in the season 6 finale that's gonna allude to how this came to be. I don't know. One could hope. But the other big thing that's hanging for me, like for what I'd really like to see in the next movie, that again, there's still a lot of things I'd like to see, just for the heck of it. But the biggest one is we need to loop back around to Sunset at least once more, because we still haven't met her doppelganger. There's still that thread that's been left hanging, and we still haven't had Sunset go back and have a one-on-one with Princess Celestia. And, I feel like that actually, it's the perfect timing for that now, because up until this point, Sunset has been, on a journey of, self-rediscovery. She's figuring out who she is and what her purpose is, and, and how to become a leader and help her friends and everything. She's now in this place where she has gained her confidence. She's become a leader and stuff. Now she can go back to Celestia and say, I'm so sorry for what I did, because this is like the last big thing she needs to apologize for. Says, I'm so sorry, but look at what I've accomplished. It wasn't all for nothing. I'm in a much better place now, and it's all, thanks to you for letting me go. So, because I think Celestia, if she'd wanted to, probably could have stopped Sunset from running away, but she chose not to. That's how I see it. So, yeah, I need to stop talking about that, or I'm going to start getting emotional over it thinking about it. But I really want to see that happen. I think the rest of us do too as well. So, will that happen in the next movie? Just have to see. Yeah, I got to call it quits here because I've been rambling for a ridiculously long time. But if you're still watching, thanks so much for watching along with me on this, everyone. I really hope that you got something out of my notes on this, because again, there's just so much depth in these songs. I wish I'd had time to talk about some more of those, because even the opening song in the movie just really hit me today with like the actual meaning behind it. And it just, I'm going to be thinking about these songs for a long time. And it's just this movie in general, so many messages for us, for the fandom in this. This is so much stuff relatable to real life, even though it's, it's embellished, a magical embellishment of it. It's still a lot of the stuff is relatable to a lot of us in real life. And I think there's a lot of encouragement that we can get out of this as human beings. So, and I can't wait to see what they do next for us. I really can't. So, anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and again, I hope you have enjoyed watching this awesome new movie with me. I had a lot of fun doing it, and yeah, stay tuned for more stuff. Got the rest of season 6 coming up very soon, possibly very, very soon if those episodes release early in the UK. So stay tuned for that. But for tonight, have a good one, everyone.